You're standing at the edge of a roaring waterfall. Mist is soaking your skin. The thunderous crash drowning out the chaos of your daily grind, but instead of fighting the current, you surrender, letting it carve through ancient rock, revealing hidden valleys of pure, untouched power. What if I told you this isn't just a scene from some epic adventure? It's a secret blueprint hidden in chapter 28 of the Tao Te Ching. In the next 10 minutes, we'll unlock how embracing the feminine side, the soft, the black, the uncarved, doesn't make you weak. It makes you unbreakable. Like a stream that outlasts mountains. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see why the world's greatest leaders, artists, and rebels have been whispering these words for millennia, and how they can transform your life today. Ready to dive in? All right. Chapter 28, The Uncarved Block. No man cleave to woman. Be a ravine for all under heaven, with constant power that never fades. Return home to the infant. Know the white, cleave to the black. Be a model for all under heaven, with constant power that never fails. Return home to the infinite. No honor, cleave to no honor. Be a valley for all under heaven, with constant power that suffices. Return home to the uncarved block. When the block is split, it forms utensils, which can be used by the Taoist as chief officer. The greatest carver does the least cutting. And as with our daily tradition, I'll also be reading the River Master's commentary here and the John Minford version of the Tao Te Ching on this particular chapter. Put aside man, hard and strong. Cleave to woman, soft and gentle. Be humble and lowly, like a deep ravine, and the power is constant. All under heaven comes home to the one, like water pouring into a deep ravine. Return home to the infant, to folly, to no knowledge. White is luminous, black is silent. The illuminated remain silent and dark. The Taoist, practices self-cultivation, stills desire through the great Tao, keeps spirit whole and safe from harm. All right, so in this particular chapter, we're seeing this idea of the uncarved block, and we've talked about this in previous chapters before. If you haven't seen those chapters, definitely go back and take a listen. The idea of the uncarved block is the sense of infinite potential, that once you carve the block and hence name its potential, you create a situation where the other possibilities of the uncarved block become less likely or not possible. Right? So from this stage of the uncarved block, all things are possible. And through Wu Wei, or the idea of no force or non-action, as Tao Te Ching constantly refers, which is really inspired action again. Non-action doesn't mean to just sit around and wait. And I think we've had in the past specific. The Secret comes to mind. If you've ever had a chance to see the movie The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, or read any of The Secret books, specifically the first one, the one that's very much about visualization and these vision boards, and what you find is that while I think a lot of what she says in those books is accurate, the part that she's missing is this whole non-action piece. Which, if you misread the Tao Te Ching, you're going to think, well, that means I can just visualize the things that I want to happen in my life, and they just happen naturally. Well, that's not the case, right? So the way reality works is I'm going to use another reference here from the Hermetic principles. The all is mind. Basically, that the experience of reality is mind, and I've talked about this in previous chapters as well, where we experience everything through the mind, right? So even physical reality, like this table right here, and everything I see around me, yes, it looks and seems physical, but the experience of these things is non-physical. It's mental, right? So with that, so the creation starts on the mental plane. It starts in the mind. It starts with a thought, right? It starts with a desire. So, but to bring it into reality, to bring it into physicality, to bring it into the world around us, it takes some sort of act in the physical world to create the thing. Now, that doesn't mean the thing isn't already out there in the world somehow, but you have to create the environment in which the thing can come into your awareness or your reality. It starts with the mind. It starts with having the thought or desire, aligning the mind and the heart, right? So that means the emotional feeling, which is really the rocket fuel to bringing the thing into existence. So this is as far as the secret basically goes, is this idea that, okay, we have to think and we have to feel, which is great. It's great first steps. The next, the final piece of that, though, is to act, and here it is that non-action or inspired action. So you have the thinking, the thought, or the desire, the emotional present, or the emotional vibration of the desire or the thing. And there's a distinction here. So, and again, I don't think The Secret did a great job. And this was just bringing a lot of the stuff to mainstream, right? The Secret came out in the early 2000s. And so I think before that, a lot of these ideas weren't as mainstream as they are today. But, so just thinking and feeling, but feeling like the desire for the thing isn't enough either, because it has to, later on, there's distinctions on feeling as though it's already done, or that it's already part of your awareness. And in some ways it is, because it's known to you in a mental form. Now it's not known to you in a physical form, but sensing it as if it's already done or already in your awareness is a critical piece. Because if you actually feel the emotion of lack, like you feel like, oh, this wanting for this thing, and you have this attachment to it, that in and of itself will block the thing from manifesting in physical reality. Because what you're actually manifesting is this experience of lack, because that's what you're emotionally presenting to the universe around you. So anyway, so then you go through that, and then as you have thought, and as you've had the emotion of already having, and then you detach from the outcomes, then you sit in this quiet presence, and then you take the next inspired action, right? And that's the idea of non-action, which will feel like a flow, right? And so then that will lead to an unfolding, which if you've followed this process internally, then you'll see that the thing that you desired will likely come to you. It'll come to you probably in a way you didn't anticipate, and will feel very natural and feel like very not forced, right? So if you've ever wanted something and then you've just want it, and you're like, oh, it's not coming, it's because you've attached yourself to the outcome, right? Or you haven't settled yourself enough to take the inspired action. So I said all of that to say that this is this kind of sense of the uncarved block is this sense of beingness, of being present in the moment. I wanted to go back to the River Master's commentary. So okay. Return home to the infant, which is we've done the chapter on the infant, which is the idea of being present in the present moment without expectation, or like trying to hold on to like this whatever it is that you're trying to get. Okay, so return home to the infant, to folly, right, and to no knowledge, which is this idea of no knowledge, is this idea of just being in pure experience without labeling or trying to explain. And then the white is luminous, Black is silent, which I think is interesting. So white is luminous. Obviously, it's the beingness of the world, of our physical world, right? It's like it's the light is everywhere, but the darkness, which is what encapsulates the light, which is what I would imagine is far vaster. The black, the silent, is far. It's a far vaster thing than the light. And the black and the silent is like the infinite potential of existence, right? It's the non-being of existence, the non-being that becomes being. The illuminated remains silent and dark. This is really interesting. So it's actually taking both, right? So if you, and as you discover more of the Tao and understand this on a deeper level, kind of a more experiential level, you'll realize that the illuminated light comes from this non-beingness, this darkness within. Not evil. This is just this sense of non-attachment. The Taoist practices self-cultivation, and self-cultivation. We haven't talked about this yet in the book, but self-cultivation is the idea of dropping the egoic sense of self, and that can mean dropping labels, dropping ideas, dropping beliefs, dropping all of the things that hold you back from being in this present moment, right? So self-cultivation is this practice of going through that. So I would call shadow work is this idea of going into your previous experiences, traumas, and just deeply held beliefs, and a lot of times these beliefs focus around money or relationships or whatever, and again a lot of them come from childhood, right? So with the shadow work or this self-cultivation, you're going into meditation, you're working through these ideas or these beliefs or these habits or whatever, finding the root causes, seeing what in your life caused these things to be true or feel true to you, and then healing or integrating kind of your awareness of these things, right? And then finally stills desire through the great Tao, stills desire, and that's what happens as you get into these, as you clear all of these negative or just these traumas and habits and all these things, right? You start to become less attached to the world around you, and you enter this state of great peace, and keeps the spirit whole and safe from harm, which is absolutely true. Because once you kind of are not fighting physical reality or fighting your past or fighting whatever, you live in this peace, and it keeps the spirit whole and safe from harm, because your life starts to just unfold naturally in a very nice rhythmic flow, and you're not desiring and going through this wheel of samsara to steal from this the Buddhist ideas. Hey, I hope this chapter resonated with you. This is chapter 28, the Uncarved Block. It's a very interesting chapter. There's probably more we could say about it, but I think I think we can leave it here for now. But if it did resonate with you, please like and subscribe to the channel. This also helps us out tremendously to grow the channel and get these videos out to more people. And our intent with this channel is to be of service and to hold a mirror up for folks like you, so you can get to see yourself more clearly and get to know yourself in a deeper way, and do some of these kind of in-depth shadow works, and to ultimately become more aligned internally, right, between your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And when you are living an aligned life, and you are letting the Tao unfold in your life naturally, you become a positive ripple out into the world. So that's what we'd like to see more of in the world. And it starts with one video, one person, one change at a time. So here's where we're at. Anyways, that's it for this chapter. We'll see you all in chapter 29 of the Tao Te Ching.